Hey everyone, it's Michael here at Home Health Success Academy and 10xpatientreferrals.com. What you're going to be watching here is an excerpt coming from our webinar on how we actually taught a lot of our current members at 10xpatientreferrals.com how to be able to take advantage of the current COVID-19 epidemic and how to be able to double or even triple your referrals by taking advantage of the current state that's happening right now. So just to let you guys know, you're going to be watching an excerpt coming from that 2.5-hour webinar that we actually created. But at the very same time, if you enjoyed this quick excerpt, you're going to be able to actually watch the full webinar. All you have to do is click the link down below. And at the very same time as watch the webinar all the way through, because it's going to be on for a very limited time, then we just pull it out. But we're going to be offering you guys a lot of additional bonuses that you should take advantage of now. So enjoy the video and make sure you click the link down below after you watch this video. And so what are things that you guys can do at this very moment that's going to make you guys stand out? We were also sending them what we call our care packages, right? We sent care packages. So in a little box, we also provided the masks. We'll put a pair of gloves in there. We'll put an antibacterial soap, antibacterial gel, and some snacks, of course. Never ever send something to somebody without some snacks, okay? So these little care packages that we were sending on a weekly basis to these facilities, to potential referral sources, because we know who we're targeting, it got their attention. So let me ask you a question for you guys, right? Is this, any of these things have you done actually? At this very moment, since the COVID scare, the beginning of the shutdown and everything, have you done anything like this that we're doing for our agencies, that we're suggesting for the companies that we're consulting with? I will pretty much say that more than likely you were not. And so this is how you stand out. It gets people attention right away. There was one weekend, this was actually 2 weeks ago, where one of my head marketers came in and said, hey, Michael, look, I know this is going to be kind of dumb, kind of stupid, but let's just go ahead and do this, right? So we ended up buying more boxes again. And what we did was we put toilet paper rolls in each one of the box and we sent it to people. And it got people to laugh. It got people to, we got phone calls saying, hey, good job. You got my attention, blah, blah, blah. And so we put the little notes like, hey, look, listen. Our job here is to handle all the problems for you, whether good or bad. So we're sending you some toilet paper just in case you run out, right? So, and then in the box, right, in the roll, because those individual toilet paper rolls are wrapped with paper around it, right? And we put a sticker there that says, just in case, open for emergency. And so just to be able to, not to make fun of the situation, but just to put an extra laugh in there. Just try to change the mood of the people around us right now. And so these were good things that we did. We did this for trying to get their attention, and it got a lot of people's attention. And at the very same time as it kept the attention of our current referral sources because we were keeping in touch with them. Just because we were not visiting them on a week basis, we were still keeping contacts through our emails, through our direct messaging, through our Facebook accounts, through our mailers, through our calls with them on a weekly basis. That right there got their attention. And so that is something that you guys need to start thinking and doing a little bit more. And that's why it's important to actually have mastermind meetings, have a sit-down meeting with your marketing team, with the owners, with the other nurses, trying to figure out what are currently going on in the facility. What are you hearing? What are the problems? What can we solve? Those are little techniques that you guys should be doing within your company. And look, if you don't have a whole team to be able to have a mastermind meeting to talk about what you can do, that's why we're creating this video, is to be able to share with you guys some information on what you guys can do at this very moment. And guess what, guys? Just to let you know, it is not too late to get started. There's a lot of toilet paper available now. They sell in unlimited supplies. I understand that. But that's perfectly fine. Like, I actually had a call one time where a patient called us, and the family member called us and they said, my mom ran out of toilet paper. And I said, hey, listen, perfectly fine. We got this, right? Because we had a bunch of toilet papers. We brought it to them. And do you know how amazing that family member, that daughter, was telling us, like, hey, thank you so much for making sure that my mom has toilet paper. And we said, perfectly fine, which then gave us another idea, right? And I'm going to share that with you guys later on this is how we actually got more referrals for our home care and even some home health patients, right? So one thing you guys need to do is you need to have strategies, have tactics. And part of marketing is your branding your company. So, I'm going to share with you guys what we did, right? So I was in the Philippines a few months ago, right? And so in the Philippines, and this was before the whole COVID thing. This was like around November of 2019. And a lot of people there wears face masks. They wear face masks. And why do they wear face masks? Well, because, of the dust and everything, right? So a lot of people wore face masks, not just because there was some disease going on around that time, but just because of the dust. But at the very same time, nowadays, they're suggesting to us to do what? To actually wear face masks at this very moment. It's suggested by the CDC, suggested by the president, suggested by the governors to have face masks, have something of a barrier between you guys. So having that mindset and having that thinking before even there was that rule to wear a face mask outside, and not all states are requiring this, but if you guys ever look back in previous history, the Spanish flu, it became the law that people could not go outside unless they wore face masks. So knowing this, we started had an idea and say, hey, let's brand this whole thing, right? You guys gave away what? Brochures. You guys gave away pens. You guys gave away what? Mugs, all these different things. So what we ended up doing is that we contacted a local person that we knew who knows how to sew. And we said, hey, we want something done basic like this, okay? And then what we did was we reached out to some screen printers, people that did screen printing. And so what we did is we created, within 1 week, we had 1,500 masks. So let me share with you guys what we did for a mask. And this is something for branding, right? So if I put this on right now at this very moment, now we have our face mask, right? So for one of our home care companies, we were able to make a face mask with logo in it as well. We gave away 1,500 of them, right? And this was for us to be able to market our non-medical home care companies. And what we did was we started handing these things out in a senior community area. And we were giving 2 of these masks per household. So we gave in 1 week over 1,500 of these masks. And once we gave out 1,500, we already had more being made as well. And what's funny is that people in our areas, in the 2 different states where we had our non-medical home care company, were wearing these face masks. And at the very same time as, guess what? It was branding our company.